Good morning, students. Today we are going to learn the chapter Plant Nutrition, and today's topic is active and passive transport. Active transport is the movement of molecules across a membrane from a region of lower concentration to a region of higher concentration against the concentration gradient, often assisted by enzymes and requires energy. Passive transport is the movement of ions and molecules across the cell membrane without requiring energy. Active and passive transport are the two main biological processes that play a crucial role in supplying nutrients, oxygen, water, and other essential molecules to the cells along with the elimination of waste products. In essence, active and passive transports work for the same goals, purposes, but with different movement. See, this is the active transport. Ions and molecules are transported actively through the membrane. It's required adenosine triphosphate energy molecules, so it is called active transport. Both are the passive transport. There is no need of energy for the molecules or ions across the membrane. Number third indicates the diffusion. Through diffusion, the ions and molecules are across the membrane. Diffusion means the movement of particles from higher concentration towards the lower concentration. Fourth number indicates the facilitate diffusion. It is also known as passive mediated diffusion. It is the instantly or spontaneously the molecules or ions passively transports through the membrane. Active transport. It is the biological process in which molecules move against the concentration gradient and require chemical energy to move biochemical compounds from a lower region to the higher region. Therefore, this process uses ATP, adenosine triphosphate, it is the energy molecules, to pump molecules through a concentration gradient. Complex sugar, ions, large cells, proteins, and other particles are transported in this process. There are two types of active transport. First, primary active transport, and number two is secondary active transport. Exocytosis, endocytosis, and sodium potassium pump are a few examples of active transport. The process of endocytosis and exocytosis are utilized by all the cells for transportation of molecules which cannot passively permeate via the membrane. Endocytosis is the process of active transportation of molecules into the cells by the action of engulfing it along with its membrane. Exocytosis produces a counter function, thereby forcing molecules out of the cell. The process of homeostasis facilitates an equal flow of molecules in and out of a cell, which confers that the number of molecules that enters the cell through endocytosis equates to the number of molecules that exist a cell through the process of exocytosis. Both the processes assure that nutrients and wastes are balanced for the smooth functioning of the cells. Passive transport. In this biological process, energy is not required for transporting the molecules, as the biochemicals move from a region of higher concentration to a region of lower concentration. All particles which are easily soluble are transported through passive transport. This process is carried out to maintain the balance and the equilibrium level in a cell. All the waste molecules, including water and carbon dioxide, is separated and moved out of the cell using passive transport. Meanwhile, nutrients like oxygen that are functional for the cell are diffused in this process. Osmosis, diffusion, and facilitated diffusion are some of the examples of passive transport. Key points on active and passive transport. Active transport requires energy for the movement of molecules, whereas passive transport does not require energy for the movement of molecules. In active transport, the molecules move against the concentration gradient, whereas in passive transport, the molecules moves along the concentration gradient. Uptake of glucose in the human intestine works on the principle of active transport. Simple diffusion, facilitated diffusion, osmosis, and filtration are the examples of passive transport. Transporters. Transporters, membrane transport or carrier proteins, are specialized membrane spanning proteins that assist in the movement of ions, peptides, small molecules, lipids, and macromolecules across the biological membrane. Transport classification. There are two different types of transport: passive and active transport. Passive transport requires no energy input as transport follows a concentration gradient. It is subdivided into two types: diffusion, a spontaneous movement of a membrane, permeable substances across the membrane; facilitated transport, the movement of a membrane impermeable substance across the membrane via transporter. In contrast, active transport requires energy to transport substances into a cell against the concentration gradient. It is also subdivided into two types: primary active transport. The transport protein contains an ATPase which hydrolyzes ATP to generate the energy required for transport, sometimes called an ion pump. Membrane transporter classification. Membrane transporter can be also divided into three main classes. First, ABC transporter. Number 2, P-type ATPase. And number 3, solute carrier family. ABC transporter are primary active transporter which transport a wide range of substances mainly to the outside of a cell membrane or organelle. Their substances, their substrates includes lipids and sterols, ions and small molecules, drugs and large polypeptides. ABC transporters play a critical role in the development of multi-drug resistance in cancer cells. Overexpression of ABC transporters can result in chemotherapeutics being pumped out of cell faster than they can enter. P-type ATPase are a family of transport enzymes which pump cations across the membrane using primary active transport. Examples of this family includes calcium ATPase and sodium potassium ATPases. The solute carrier family include transporters that function by secondary active transport and facilitative diffusion. They are located on the cell membrane as well as on the intracellular membrane of organelles. Examples of the solute carrier family includes the biogenic amine transporters NAT, DAT and ACRT and the sodium hydrogen exchanger. Inhibitors of the SLC family of transporters have proved useful in the treatment of a variety of disorders including depression, epilepsy and Parkinson's disease. Thank you.